Today here at Tent London we're talking to some of the exhibitors at this prestigious design event. Casa Matera is also here, so let's walk around the stands and see what the designers have to say. Why are you here today?
We're doing two things. First of all, we're showing for the first time our works in London and the UK. So we're looking for distribution for some of the products that we've already got in production, and also getting a kind of a barometer feel for reactions to some of our other limited edition stuff as well.
How important is it to take part in this trade fair today?
Very, is the short answer. It's a number of things. First of all, obviously, you get to meet a lot of people in a very short space of time. And then, of course, you get to meet a lot of other designers because they're all your neighbours as well. So on two fronts, really.
And this is mainly design working with ceramics. Why do you think this material has been chosen?
Ceramics is probably one of the most flexible materials for people who like to design with their hands. There are loads of computer-aided design products, and that working with a mouse and a 2D screen works for some people, but for others clay is like the most flexible product that you can mould with your own hands and then just come up with the shape and the design of the product that you want.
Do you think it's a more traditional, it's a going back to a more traditional way of life?
Do you mean the product or the design process? Both. The design process, no, I don't. I think that CAD, computers design, suits some people, whereas actually designing a product with your hands in 3D suits other designers. Obviously they used to make cars from clay originally, but for smaller products like this, I think it's the perfect medium. In terms of the actual product itself, no, I think ceramics and porcelain will always be around.
Choose to come to this event?
Because it is open to so many different interior designers, and that's our market, and we're really debuting today actually, and we're excited to get our name out there.
And what are your hopes for the future?
To be discovered, I guess, to that many more people will love our products and start buying.
About your stand, your exhibition.
This is my project. It's installations, loudspeaker with dynamic panels, and this is all about how does the sounds look like. And the key element is dynamic panels, which you can choose from individual pictures.
Are you here in a group of designers?
Yeah, we are free from Lithuania, from young Lithuanian designers.
So tell us about your products, your inspiration here.
Inspiration, yeah, well, it came from far. It came from Iceland, because I spent there half year. And the first project was also with tree barks and the pigments and colors. And I just continued to do this one. So I basically made a new material, and then I made those dishes. So it's more like urban person's connection with the nature, like allusion to urban person's connection with the nature. And I basically showing how a waste material can become product through traditional crafts like pottery or something like that. So basically that's the main idea.
And how do you think young designers can be supported and helped to be more inspired and more creative in the future?
How can they be helped? Well, actually all that kind of tent platforms and stuff like that, it's really inspiring because you can look around and see a lot of good stuff. Especially for us, like Lithuanian young designers, it's the first exhibition, such a big exhibition. So it's really inspiring, and it's really nice that we got in. So I think that's the main thing, and everything else, it depends, you know. Travel is, for me, the biggest inspiration is traveling.
This is the gamer kit. So this is the upper end of the kits we offer. So this is geared at 12-year-olds and above. And the idea is that you make your own Game Boy. So you assemble it yourself, you solder it, and then you get to program it and make your own game. So an example on here, I think it's Snake or Flappy Birds. Okay, so it's Flappy Bird. So the idea is that you make it yourself and then you get to program your own game and play with it, instead of just buying a pre-packaged product. So kids get to learn about electricity, about computing, and about programming.
Do you sell this already?
Yeah, we're pretty well established, so we've been running for a couple of years. We have our own website through which we sell all our kits, but we've also collaborated with a number of retailers like Selfridges, the Science Museum, Urban Outfitters.
And how did you get started?
Well, I haven't been with the company since the start, but started in Hackney a few years ago with a tiny team, just aiming to teach kids about technology, and then it's grown, and now we're a company about over 20 people. All the kits are made in London.
Well, my name is Martin. I do represent a business agency of the Czech Republic. It's a government business, and we have organized this stand along with our partners. So we are happy to host very good glassworks companies such as Clartes, who pride itself by making amazing structures limitless. And we, together with glass, we think it's coupled in a great way with obviously beer. So we work with Pilsner beer. Our project is to promote the so-called real Pilsner, which is a beer that is very different from the so-called characterless Pilsners that you can see worldwide. Our Pilsner is the true one. We are going back into the roots to the original town of Pilsen, where it all started back in 1842.
And this year is a special year for Pilsen as Capital of Culture 2015. Do you think that's had an effect? What are your impressions?
Exactly. The impressions are just great. We are cooperating with cultural institutions, with Pilsen. People just enjoy Pilsen being capital of culture, because it's not only beer, but Pilsen is also about architecture and a great history. So definitely, it is really part of our story.
us about your design in particular?
Yeah, of course. We've done a different piece of furniture. One of them is the kitchen. It was inspired by the caves in Matera, the rocky outside and the cave soft inside. So we tried to take this to the kitchen, and we did a very rough outside in a steel, special steel treated with acid and stuff, and then in the inside much more bright, clean inside with copper. So we make this kind of contrast between the outside and the inside, and that's the main concept of the kitchen.
And today you're exhibiting your projects. What are you hoping will come out of this exhibition?
Well, I hope for us as a studio, it's a big speaker for us. I mean, being in London and moving the projects, and of course, I think for Matera is really good because, for example, in Spain, from where I am, Matera is not very well known, and when people come to these kind of exhibitions to see the objects, they get to know a bit of Matera because we try to tell them the stories, and I think it's important to start making this work because Matera is a unique city, I think, in the world, and it's not very well known abroad from of Italy. So I think we all win.
We've also seen Casa Matera and South Italy having an important role. Tell us about that.
So we're very pleased to host Casa Matera here. They're showing with many regional and local designers and producers. I think there's at least 10 here. And they're working in very different materials, very innovative products, different finishes, and we think our visitors are very much enjoying seeing their work.
There's also an afternoon dedicated to Matera 2019, which I think you'll be taking part in. What do you think about this initiative?
Well, it's a fantastic achievement that they've first won the status as European Capital Culture 2019. It sounds like a massive project, a massive undertaking, and a huge opportunity to do something very exciting. I've just heard more detail about it. Every time I hear about it, there's another layer. It's very intriguing, and I think it'll be exceptional for the region. Amazing opportunity.